What, Sean?
Gonzo's Convos. What's going on, y'all? We are in season 6. On to the next episode. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Shit, my name's Dez. Dez.
All right, and this is Extra Dose of Zar. How y'all doing today?
we chilling. So what is it that y'all do?
Shit, I'm an artist. I make music. More than just making music, though. I'm also a producer, engineer.
Okay. Oh yeah. And you, what about you?
So for me, I'm modeling. I make music. I'm in aesthetic school, so I'm going to school to become an esthetician.
I don't even know what that is. Esthetician.
It's like facials and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I feel like I heard of it, but I don't know exactly what it was. But that's cool. That's cool. And then you said you make music, so that means you and Dez might maybe potentially collab after that. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys both make music.
For sure.
Nah, I would definitely love to hear some music, though.
Yeah.
100%.
I play some
What genres do you guys focus on?
I don't really try to put myself in one class. I feel like if it's a vibe and it's good music, it's gonna be potential. It's like you're gonna love it if it's really put together right, and it got a real structure to it and a real concept behind it.
Okay.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I got you. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the topic of this generation. First off, what do you guys think of this generation?
Oh no, he definitely wild as hell, bro. This generation is unlike any other generation. I don't know, because I'm probably a little older than y'all in this chat, so I don't know.
Which generation are we talking? That's what I was about to say.
The current, all right, my fault. The current one we're
Gen
living
Z,
in.
millennials, Gen Alpha, like there's
right.
The current one we are living in right now.
The current one we're living in is Gen Alpha. So are we talking about like the babies or our generation? Or are we talking about our generation?
Oh, like our generation, like
so like
the
millennials,
20s,
Gen Z,
like the adults right now, the young adults, yeah.
All right, so like millennials and Gen Z.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like this generation has more tools and more access to things than prior generations. So it kind of like it's kind of hard because we're like the first generation to kind of like tap into all this like knowledge, and so it's like nobody kind of fell into place on how to like navigate this shit, because before it was kind of like easier for people to connect and like do stuff more authentically than it is now. Right. And now it's like just finding the flow, what works for people. It's like it's a whole different like universe than before, than what our parents taught us.
No, definitely that's right, bro.
That is true. But my thing is like when it comes to like the relationship though, like when the way people handle them, like the way people don't, I guess, have a long lasting relationship often, whatever they're having struggles. Like where do you think those struggles come from?
I mean, from a relationship point of view, I look at it like they don't have standards for a relationship because they jump the next. But like, as far as in our age group, like people in my age group, I say they really like settling down. Niggas is getting older, so it's like you ain't about to keep running around with a whole bunch of females at this point. But you got dudes who still do that. So I don't know. I feel like it's a preference. Certain dudes are immature. Some of them mature enough to know like this is what I want right now. So it's like it's a preference.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel when it comes to the dating scene, like, back then, like, you didn't have social media. So, like, if somebody cheated on somebody or, like, y'all had any type of issues, it's not public. So, it's easier for y'all to work it out, talk through it, and no embarrassment be behind it. Like, kind of just, like, work on shit. But, like, nowadays, it's like people aren't, it's like, bro, like, you see all the options you have. So, like, people don't want to stick with, like, the option they got. If that makes any sense. Like, people just know that they have, like, all this in, like, a bag of fucking chips. And then it's like back then, it's like you knew the person you had. It's like you didn't know that you had more possibilities. Right. You didn't know that you shouldn't tolerate certain stuff. Yeah. Because now it's blasted on the internet. Like, people are having podcasts like us talking about how it's not okay to be treated a certain way, whether you're male or female. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel
Yeah.
like though these podcasts be needed though sometimes though because a lot of people really don't know how to pertain themselves, well, carry themselves in a relationship in general. Like,
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's this like the standard though too. Like when it comes to us as dudes, when we look at a standard like for who we want to be with or who we want to, hang out with, it's always got to be a female that looks good, right? We don't really look at if she's smart or not, if she has a good personality or whatever. It's always about she has a thick curvy ass, she has a nice set right there, she looks good in the face, cool with me. You know what I mean? So it's like that we have that, but then women look at if the dude is 6 foot or taller, or like if he's the right zodiac sign, or
huh?
crazy shit like that.
I mean, I guess you gotta be like, what kind of group are you talking about though? Because it's like, yeah, there's people that are like that, but then there's people in this generation that genuinely are looking for like a solid person to like live the rest of their life with, like have kids with, get married one day, like. But then
Yeah,
there is the other half of the population that's kind of like on some what you're talking about, like, you know, just body this, body that, height, zodiac, all that stuff is trivial because when you spend 4 or 5 years with somebody, like none of that shit matter down the line. You start really
exactly.
getting into like real shit, like okay, well, how you gonna work with me? Like, how you gonna problem solve type shit? You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
and nobody thinks about that in the beginning because all that trivial shit like gets in the way. And like needing a man that's 6 foot. What if your man is not 6 foot? Like, what if the
right,
man that was put down on this earth for you is not a 6 foot man? What you gonna do then?
right.
Keep chasing these niggas that gonna play you. Like, that's exactly what's gonna keep happening. Like,
And
No,
see, my thing is right because I have nothing against people that believe in strongly the zodiac signs. Like, cool, like
mm-hmm.
that's cool, But my thing is when I have these type of debates with individuals that believe in zodiac signs, they get real pressed right away when I explain my reasoning for not believing in it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. On TikTok, it's funny. Like they get mad and they block you, and then you're out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right.
Yeah.
oh,
Which brings me to this though, right? Like, do you guys think that social media impacts our generation a lot?
Oh, 100%.
social
100%.
media dictates everything in this world right now. That's like the biggest influencer of everything. So,
It's a money maker. Like it's the biggest influence on how people want to look, live, be.
for
Like
real,
What if that's gonna be like the new lifestyle in the future though? Like you gotta have social credits to be able to like go into
it's
certain stores and shit. Like,
it's kind of
can you
getting
see
to that
that?
point now.
it's kind of getting there, but like I
You know
would
what I
hate
mean?
to live. I would hate to live in a world that is like completely just technology. Like I'm somebody that loves connecting and like
Yeah.
gatherings and like actual like talking with people, and I feel like AI is taking over low key. Like this generation, it's starting to get a little scary. Like shit that we were watching, like the sci-fi shit
It's
about how
coming
like
true.
the world would look when we grew up, and I'm like, dang, like it's low key starting to get like that.
Nah,
Yeah.
for real, motherfuckers saying the signs of that shit every day. Saying that shit
Right,
every
yeah.
day.
It is scary. It's scary as fuck, but I mean it's gonna happen. I mean, you just kind of have to just accept like that. That shit's gonna happen. Like technology's just gonna keep advancing and advancing and advancing, and that's that.
So what happens when that shit advances out of our control though? Like how do you like what happens then? Like because once it goes
That's
out of our
that's that's
control, then we did
that's when
like them
shit gets
motherfuckers is
fucked.
consequences.
We ain't got like we not coming back from that. Like there's so many
Nah,
like I remember in elementary school and stuff like that, and like English, there used to be like literature about like from the 90s about the world like being ruined by like robots and like taken over by technology and like
yeah.
yeah, it's like did y'all hear about the AI that killed itself not too long ago?
Yeah,
It
for
was like
working
Uh-uh.
too
created to
hard.
work. You said what?
Yeah. No, I heard of it though. It was like doing repetitive work and it realized it was like trapped and it killed itself.
That's all it had to do. It jumped off a building.
Right, yeah.
I think I did see that though. Like there's like a video or something of it.
Like they even know that's
Wow.
bullshit. Like what the fuck?
Because you caught in the matrix, yo. You gotta think about it. We chasing dollars all day. We don't really put time into real valuable shit. Like the most valuable shit is the people that love you. You know, the ones that care for you, and taking care of
That's
yourself.
what I'm
You know.
saying though. Like that's what I'm saying though. Like for these future generations though, as technology advances, I feel like the way people socialize changes completely in a
That's
bad
true.
way. In a bad way, and I say in a bad way because most communication is done through social media, through getting numbers, through all kinds of shit, right? Over technology. Shit. People are dating each other online, doing long distance shit. Like that's a thing. You know, so
Yeah, it is. Like
people aren't
that's
really
crazy.
socializing in person as much, and that kind of takes away the whole value of meeting people.
Right.
That's true.
And
But
I
I
feel
don't know. I Go ahead, Des. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say.
because I was just gonna say like it's nothing organic no more. That's all. It don't feel real no more. Like you have a conversation with somebody, it don't feel like it's a real conversation. It's feel like you forcing it sometimes. So I just stay in my own box. Genuine people gonna gravitate to genuine people. So I just see that every day. Like I gravitate to people who's genuine. So we have solid conversations, solid people every day. I talk to them. They the same people.
Yeah,
But like,
No, I agree with
like you
you.
can just feel the fake. You feel me? Sometimes, so I feel like the social media just has the greater influence on everything. But I feel like a lot of these kids today though are so woke though, and they understand what's going on. They not just diving straight into anything. Cause I was outside in my neighborhood like probably like last week I want to say so. I was realizing that the young dudes were so aware to everything. They was putting me on point with things that I didn't even know. So it's like the internet is advancing so fast, but it's pouring them with the right information if they evaluate it right, because you
yeah,
got great information within all this stuff that's coming. But at the same time, you got stuff that can just, distract you and throw you off your focus. So I just feel like shit is not really organic like how it's supposed to be, but you can use this as a tool instead of trying to use it as as a mechanism to draw people in. You know,
I got you. I got you.
Yeah,
I
I
feel like I
agree. So
talk.
I
No,
feel
you're
like
good.
even when we go out to like pool parties or like gatherings and stuff like that, I don't like he said, it's not organic no more. Like everybody's still on their phones. Like it's not like you really getting to know somebody for real, for real. And if you do, it's like natural, like that natural organic connection is kind of just a vibe you catch. But I
Yeah,
don't know. I feel like it's good and bad. Like having social media and having technology has been good and bad. I feel like you do with it as you will.
hmm.
Like, do you want, like, if you want to be toxic, there's a million and 10 ways to be toxic on these apps and on social media and with your life, you feel me? But if you're mindful and you're consciously trying to, like, continuously get better and, like, do better, you're
Yeah,
going to want to, like, utilize the stuff instead of, like, using it for harm or using it to, like, be toxic.
I got you. I got you. So, like, when you say like toxic, are you meaning like toxicity to you specifically, or like what do you mean in general?
Like toxic, like the definition of toxic is just something that's not good for you. So like
Right, 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 right,
you
right.
can like you can abuse like these tools, you feel me? Like you can start doing stuff like obsessing over a certain body type and like dwelling on how you look instead of, you feel me, like
Yeah,
looking on ways to better yourself. Instead of
I got
like
you.
using the app to like look and be jealous, use the app to better who you actually are and to make yourself better.
Yeah.
And I feel like
No,
you
no, no. I was saying I know. Obviously, I know the definition of toxic. I was saying like my thing is what the fuck was I getting at? Some people use toxic as just saying like they're red flags and shit like that. Like, oh, these are my red flags, and if they have them, then they're toxic type deal. So I didn't know if you meant like toxic in a red flag way or toxic toxic.
no, toxic, toxic. Cause
Oh,
red flag is different. Like I feel like everybody's red flags are different too. Like if we're even getting into red flags, it's a whole different domain. Like something that I might find like somebody else might be like, oh, that's sweet.
it's true
no,
though.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
everybody
kind of
perspective.
curious what the red flags are.
I feel like for me, a red flag would kind of be like no ambition. Like you're just like where you are, and that's it. Like that's enough for you. Like you're good. You're good
Oh,
right there. No growth needs to be had. Like even if you're successful already, I feel like that's a red flag to me. Like you just being content where you are. I feel like this world is made for growth. So like if you're just okay where you are, sometime I'm eventually I'm gonna run past you. Like eventually I'm gonna like surpass the growth that you have reached, and now like we're not gonna be in the same zone anymore. So yeah, that's to me
mm,
is a big red flag. For me, personality is more red flag than looks. Like I don't really care for all that extra stuff. It's kind of more your person, like who you are. That be a red flag sometimes to me.
I got you. So does that like did you is that like from a learning experience or were you always kind of like that way when it came to finding the right one?
No, I feel like I was always that type of way. Like obviously when I was younger, like looks played more of a factor, like in talking to people. But like when I would get to know somebody, that would like determine whether or not I could like stay in that like conversation or stay talking to that person, because to me it was like very important to like find somebody that was going to like feed my soul and feed like be like an asset instead of just like a burden on
I
me.
got you. I got
Yeah.
you. I so like so just to put it in like a scenario type way. Like so let's say there's a dude that's I don't know how tall you are, but 5'2".
Mhm.
Are you about 5'2" or
I'm 5'3".
5'3"? Yeah, so we'll say like five.
About.
He's like 5'2", and he has a dope
Yo,
personality.
that's
Like
a
you
midget, ain't it?
just
That's
You said what?
that's small, bro. That's a little dude, bro. Yeah,
Oh, I have to
that's
say
like my
5'2"
son.
is crazy. Now, if you say like
but
5'5",
the,
5'6", like 5'2".
damn, no, there's dudes that exist that are 5'2". I'm five
No,
six.
I know there's dudes that exist that are 5'2". Ain't no problem with
Like a
that.
full high
Continue
school.
with your scenario. Wait, Des, let him finish the scenario. Hold up.
No, I get it. I'm 5'6". I know I'm a small dude. It's cool.
All right, well, continue
Nah,
with what you're
you
saying.
not less than
Anyway,
5'2" though, bro. That's 4 inches off you, bro. Like if you 5'2", you'll be considered a midget at that point. Like, am I
I
lying?
think I think
I don't know if it
legally,
would be a midget now.
I think legally, yeah, like they would be.
Okay.
It would be
I
like
don't know
you,
how
you
that
kind of
works,
like
but
you
So
anyway,
a
you
grown
still in
man
high
at
school,
that
feel me?
size
You
would be a
5'6",
midget.
but
So
like
you asking me if I would consider a midget because of their height?
like I'm not saying midget. I'm saying if he was 5'2", like if he was just a
So that's but
5'2"
that's
guy,
considered a.
if he was just a 5'2" guy with a dope personality that you click with, but like he didn't have like maybe he like didn't have the looks. I don't know, but like he just wasn't that tall. So my thing is would you still see it through flirty
Would I
wise?
give it a chance? Yeah. Would I see it through if I felt like I caught an ick on something? Like it would. I would still have to be attracted to the person. I feel like I would still have to have some type of attraction with the obviously the personality. Not to say like somebody 5'2" isn't worthy of love, but maybe somebody that's 4'11" would be better for you than somebody that's a little taller. You know,
one thing
like
I can say, yo, like a 5'2" dude, no, them real short dudes get a lot of females though. I can say that.
no,
You
they
feel me? Like
definitely do. Like short kings
I
got
don't
it,
know what
but
it is, but they get a lot of
but it's
females.
not
So
it's not
Cat
about
Williams,
that
yo.
though.
Cat Williams.
It's
Cat
not
Williams,
You're
about
like
bro.
that
five
because
three,
it's
you know what
like
I'm saying?
sometimes you could have a great personality and just be a friend. Like sometimes I don't want to be anything more than a friend with certain people, you know, like, and it really depends
Got
because
you.
I've met people that have dope personalities, but I just didn't get further than like into the relationship status.
I got you. I've met a lot of females that had short guy friends. Had a lot of short guy friends.
I don't have a lot of
Ain't
short
all
guy
about
friends, but like I said, it's just I'm not around a lot of short people. I don't know. I'm the shortest around every.
Damn. Wait, so where are you from?
I stay out in like Central Jersey.
Okay, East Coast. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of tall ass people on the East Coast. We're in
Yeah.
Maryland right now, so
Okay. Makes sense.
a
Makes
lot of
sense. It's
tall
not that
motherfuckers.
far.
I'm
I
not
got
even
a lot of
originally.
tall motherfuckers.
Yeah, bro. I'm not even originally from Maryland, so when I moved out here, I was like, fuck, yo. It's
Yeah,
hating
so
it.
I mean, I would say like in Baltimore, there's a lot of short people though. It's a lot of mixed height, So you got average,
Javante
you got a lot
Williams.
of average height dudes. I'm gonna say that, not short, but a lot of them would be like kind of shorter than me or taller than me. So I don't really pay attention to height like that. So it's not my thing. I ain't looking at nobody height.
Right.
So I
So
be
Right.
like,
Des, my thing is, would you date a female that was taller than you?
um, nah, nah. I mean, I mean,
Why?
it's, I mean, like I said, it's like come down to it though. Personality is everything. So like, if the personality meets everything, then yeah, most definitely. But that's not my
But
thing.
that's not gonna give you an ick sometimes when like she bend down to kiss you or like.
Cause my lady kind of taller than me in heels, so like not all
But
the way
heel,
down.
it's different
Thank
in
you. Thank
heels.
you.
Like so, like I mean, it's like she like not taller than me, but she'll be like the same height as me, and it kind of feel funny, but it
That's
don't
no
feel
problem with
bad though.
that.
He said it feels
But
fun.
imagine somebody like, how tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Probably. Imagine you talking to a girl that's 6 foot without
See, I don't
heels.
know, cause I probably hit 6 feet with certain shoes on, so like I don't
With,
know, I don't know,
without the heels, but with the heels, she
He'll
like
be, he'll
six
be like, wear a
three.
dress, but wear the sandals. Wear the sandals, not the heels.
Well, I don't know. I'm a confident dude, so like it really wouldn't matter. Like I said, it falls down to
The
personality.
personality, yeah,
That personality and how you carry yourself. Because personality is just one thing. You gotta carry yourself.
that's very
You're right.
true. I
You're
respect, yeah.
you're right about personality. That goes far, and if they can communicate, don't forget
Right.
that. But
Communication definitely key.
me being 5'6", on the shorter end on the male scale, I don't mind a tall woman. I don't at all. Like I always say, like if you're cuddling, it really don't fucking matter. Like both of our heads are hitting the pillow. It
Right,
don't matter.
dog. For real. Right. It all
So
levels out to
But
big.
it's also funny to think that her legs gonna be stretching out further than you.
Right.
I like it, yo, because it's like, damn, like I can really climb this tree today. Like, you know what I'm saying? We get
Nah,
passionate
it's
with it,
true.
but nah,
Yeah, dog, you funny as shit, boy. I can really climb this tree.
get real passionate. But like, that's my thing. Like, I don't really care about height. You know what I'm saying? And zodiac signs, I think it's like entertaining for people. Like, that's
Hmm.
cool. It's another entertainment form, or whatever. But I never really cared for it. Like I've never looked at someone and been like, oh, they're I don't know what it's Leo, and I'm like, nah, like I'm not gonna fuck with her. Like I don't really.
It's Leo season right now. Good call.
I just said
Straight
a
out of
random
Leo
zodiac
season.
sign, yo.
Like I put it like this: that zodiac thing is like more of a character trait, but it's not all the way there for that. Like because it don't really pinpoint everybody to that.
Yep.
Yeah,
But I feel
I
like
take it as that too.
if you every certain people with them traits, you see it in their signs. So like the anger issues in certain signs, you see like that
But
fire, that
everybody's
drive
raised
in
by
certain
different
signs.
people too. So like you said, basically, we can't determine anybody because of their sign. Because also like your birth sign is different than your moon sign. Then your like there's
Right,
more
yeah,
planets,
I don't
and
get
then
it.
but that's what
right,
I'm. So basically, when you were born, like it's like how the moon and the stars were aligned when you were born, like
Mhm.
how because we're made out of the earth. So basically, like everything connects. That's really how I take it. So it's like when you were born, at the time you were born, it's just the alignment of the rocks around us on the rock we live in that we're made of. Like you feel me? It all connects to like how the tides are affected by the moon. And
right.
like when it's a full
I've
moon,
heard some
how
shit
Yeah,
the
like
like
that,
ocean
like the
yeah, it's the
moon.
same
Yeah,
shit. It's basically the same shit, but people take it too far, like with saying like daily fucking predictions and other shit that like nah, you can't even. It's really just personality and like it's certain traits that you could carry over. Like all Aries are, oh, you feel
no,
me?
for real though, for
see, I could tell you my zodiac sign. I don't know what the fuck my moon sign is. I don't know what my sun sign, or I don't know any of the other shit.
I
I
feel
just know
like you
Yeah.
like
gotta be like spiritually awoke for all that. 'Cause, like, don't get me
you
wrong,
really
though, I'm
gotta
very
be. Like I feel
spiritually
like you
inclined.
really gotta be.
I feel like you
Yeah.
gotta tap into your spiritual side in some way, but like you gotta really study that shit. Like you gotta really go deep
Mm,
into that shit because there's a lot to
yeah.
know about. And
It seems interesting, but it's hard for me to like believe that and apply that to people and apply that to my
Yeah, but
lifestyle.
that's what we're saying. You don't have to apply it to people. So like, because of me saying that it's so complex, it's kind of like agreeing with you. Like, it's really no point and really like obsessing over that shit. So
Yeah.
like when I ask people like, "Oh, what's your zodiac sign?" That's never for me to judge you. Like it's just kind of like so I can generally understand like
Okay.
certain things that might make you tick off or certain things that like
Yeah.
just generally, because you're gonna eventually learn that person more like into like detail and shit. But like for me, it's kind of more of like a general analysis. Like, oh, okay, you was born in this month, so like you like XYZ, and they'll be like, nah, I kind of like this. Oh, okay, I learned something new about you. You
right.
feel me? Like,
I was gonna say I always thought females would just say that shit though. Like when they would ask for my zodiac sign, I was like, nah, like we're not gonna be. They'd be like, oh no, I don't really care for it. I just want to like I'm just curious. Like, and then when I would say it, they'd be like, oh no, I can't fuck with you. And I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, like
Man, I feel like that
I
zodiac
always thought
sign
that was
shit,
just what they said, just so I
it's
could tell
dive,
them.
be an excuse.
it's dive real deep in
Right,
that
like it was
zodiac
that
sign.
important. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It really be
Mm.
just an excuse. I feel like some people just like. I really feel like that's a tactic where it's like, I don't really like this person, so I'm gonna just blame it on something that has
Right.
no relation at all to them. Like, oh, you're a fucking Leo. I can't fuck with you because you a Leo.
But the thing is,
You
what would
didn't
they
want to
not?
fuck with them originally. It had nothing to do with them being a Leo.
The thing is, what would they not fuck with upon like meeting somebody within the 5 seconds? You know?
But that's what I'm saying. Like maybe you're not attracted to them. Maybe the voice that came out the face, not what you vibing with. Like maybe when you got up close to them, you
It's
didn't really
crazy.
fuck with the cologne they had on. You don't know. Something in the conversation ticked them off. But people
I
don't have
think,
the balls to just straight up be like, I don't really want to pursue shit with you no more.
I think, I think in my situation, there was just probably the height, bro. Because I've had like a lot of like females say like, man, like if you were taller, like, and I was like, fuck. Like I've been told that before, like
I
way,
feel like,
way
yeah, I mean, that's
when.
a shallow thing though, Brody. I feel like if you really focused on yourself and everything, the right person will fall in line for you. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah, true.
Like
And
You're
I
it's
right.
feel
real
like
shit.
bitches
Like
say
I
that
feel
shit.
because I was focused on myself. I wasn't really focused on the relationship, and I've been with my
But then
lady.
again, that was like pre high school, middle school type era because I
Oh,
was I
okay,
was a
yeah, yeah.
late
That's the time
bloomer. You know what I'm
everybody get
saying?
hard
So
though around that time too. And then now you look at some of the people from high school, they done
yeah,
physically
I
changed.
was I was shorter than females back then. And then I hit a growth spurt like mid high school, and I was like, oh shit, I'm taller now. You know,
Right.
I'll tell you
but
right now, bro.
yeah,
It's really of a status thing nowadays. It's like if you have a status, it really don't matter about none of that. If you have money, it don't matter about none of that. Like that's why I say just focus on you. You focus on you, the right person fall in line. Like you have no need to worry about nobody but yourself right now. At the point that you in. And shit, how
yeah.
old you is, Gonzo?
You said what?
How old is
You asking me?
both of y'all? How old is y'all?
Oh, I'm 24.
22.
Oh, y'all babies, yo. Y'all
How old
babies.
is you?
You know me, I'm 33, yo.
Not that old. Like you act like millennial, Gen Z, same
Ah!
shit.
Y'all
The
still
same
babies
shit.
though, but I feel like I mean, right now in the 22 in that era, you focus on that bag, bro. That's what these young niggas I see. They got that right now. A lot of these young kids now, they got that mindset. It's about that money. You feel me?
That's
Because
the
once you
one
in a
good
financial
thing. That's
state,
like one of I ain't gonna lie, that's one of the good things I can say about our generation is like we're really good at finding ways to like make
Get our
money,
money up.
fucking trap out, fucking
Yep.
finding
right?
ways
So
that people back then couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's like our one flex right there. We're good.
That's what I
Not
told you.
only
There's
we're
the
good
good
thanks
with,
and the
to that
bad in this
internet too.
generation, for real. Like every generation. I feel like the 90s was toxic as hell with love, too.
No,
do you think it
definitely.
was as toxic with love though?
Yeah, I
That's
think it was more toxic because
Yeah, because the
you were
drugs used to play
staying in.
heavier too.
You said what?
Yeah, the drugs was in play heavier. Like it was a lot of shit going on in the '90s that
It was
we don't even
worse.
really
Like
know
women
about
were
now.
getting beat, and like they
Right?
would still stay with their niggas. Like, bro, it's just hellish.
They
Word.
they do
It
that
was.
today.
But today
But
you
they,
going
it
to
was a little worse back then.
jail.
Some
Today
of them was
you
crack. Like you couldn't
domestic,
even
you
remember.
going to jail.
Yeah. Today you would go to jail. Yeah. But I'm
But
saying
in the
like that
'90s,
still happens.
imagine.
Like what I'm saying
Yeah, it
still
still
happens is
happens,
like what I'm
but
saying
not
still
as
happens.
often.
Huh?
Not as often.
No, not like beating them, but I'm saying like it happens often where like dudes are like treating females like dog shit, and yet the female still wants to stay
Right.
with that dude.
Well, that really just depends, because at that point, when you have all these resources telling you, sis, to go, and that's you. You feel me? Like, there's still stupid people out in the world. We not talking about them. We talking about the ones intelligent enough. But I'm just saying, like, back then with the '90s love, like, it was more, like I said, more concealed. Like, but girls were getting cheated on left and right. Girls were probably cheating on their niggas left
Okay.
and right. Like,
I'm
it's
not
just
saying.
as grimy and love.
I'm sorry.
Where
It's
does the
more of a
song "Love
hot
and War"
girl.
come
It's
from?
more
Oh
of a hot
yeah,
girl, city girl type of thing going on right now. Y'all really on y'all shit this year. Like worse than ever. Like
bro.
I was like,
Females have
I
been
love
on
it.
their shit for the past 5 years, bro. Probably
Cause,
even
bro,
longer than
They
here's the
that.
have. That's
thing.
what
That's some
I'm
fuck shit. How we gonna just at this point? A lot more women understand the game, and we just not trying to be on the opposite end of it. So it's like y'all not about to
So
play us and
this
just
type
expect.
of thing going on then.
Yeah, it's like nobody's just gonna sit back and be like, yeah, you got it. Like,
A
go
lot of
out,
them
do your
being
thing.
dominant nowadays, Des.
I feel
I
like
just
it's a
feel like
toxic thing going
it's a
on.
little fucked
Everybody in
up.
love with the toxic
I'm
shit
telling
right
you,
now.
bro. Like, no, I've met like a lot of my homies had like past relationships that like their females would like try to fight them, bro, like for little shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
crazy, man. I ain't gonna
that's
lie.
what I'm saying.
Fighting
Like,
is.
females are really starting to get fucking ready to take action, bro. Like,
But a lot of the time nowadays, like females feel like they're doing a lot more than men. Like women really are doing a lot more than some of these men nowadays, and it's like we're just not gonna like. Back then, it was like the man had to say in a lot more stuff. Now it's like I don't need a man for nothing. So why am I cooking, cleaning, coming and tending to a man that is not doing the same for me?
I feel like okay. So when it comes to like the '90s, the early 2000s, yes, there was cheating just like any other era. If you think about it, in history there was cheating.
All the
Fucking, you know what
time,
I'm saying? Like kingdoms back in the day that had like 12
mistresses.
wives and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But
Uh,
they'd lie about it. Like you
true.
knew that they had those like.
The prehistoric humans didn't have marriages or relationships. They just fucked and bred kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
But
there
it's
was
kind of
never
like
that.
that going on now though.
That is what's happening right now. Yeah, there's not like real relationships. There's like more so like situationships is what I hear a lot, especially from guests that come on here. They are in situationships, whatever that is. And for me, what I feel like it is you're just basically friends with benefits, but saying it in a nicer way is what a situationship is. What I gather.
That's
Yeah, now,
exactly what a
guys,
situationship.
I don't got the time
So
for
that's
that shit.
exactly what it is.
I don't
Okay.
got the time for
You
that
leave
shit.
situationships back in your teenage years. That's all I'm gonna say for the viewers. Leave
Yeah.
what the fuck ever it's called, back in your
None of
teen
that.
years. Cause we're grown now. If you want to fuck on somebody, just say you're fucking on somebody. If you want to have a relationship, just say you having a relationship. All this like extra,
See,
like
that's
y'all
the
just
thing. Like, why can't people communicate shit like that, bro? Like, I feel like people struggle with communication, all kinds.
for sure.
Even
This
in
generation
marriages
sucks at it.
nowadays, like, couples don't even communicate like they love each other, bro. They're just like, we
It's
love
like
you.
it's the expectation that the social media has given everybody. It's like they should know.
But
What?
see, I
Like,
feel
what do
like
you mean they should know?
people
You
only
should do
respond
stuff
to
to make them
like,
see.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Like marriages that I see, like the husband's just like, yeah, I'm here, and then the wife is like telling them what to do and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is crazy.
I don't know. Does that mean in my house? I'm laying off. I'm paying bills. Fuck that. But but at the same time,
That means if you want to get married. Des, that means if you want to get
Yeah, I
married,
wouldn't
you
mind.
got to be
I
ready
heard
to
that
get
was
told what to do.
no,
You
it
said
ain't
what?
even that. I feel like only weak men do that. You feel me? Get in a relationship and get told what to do. If you're a leader, a natural leader, your woman gonna lead. I mean, your woman gonna follow. Like for real, I don't get all that extra shit like everybody else get because it's like you say, it's communication. You feel me? If I'm telling you what I'm
Yeah,
trying to do, you need to focus on what I'm trying to do. Like I'm gonna focus on what you're trying to do. Like especially if it's something to better yourself. Like point blank, we're not going to sit here and play no games. Like especially if
I
our
yeah,
feel like
focus is in a
both
relationship.
parties should be able to get told what to do. I feel like both parties should understand
No,
that,
50-50.
like, this is
no,
a
no.
partnership.
I should be
50-50.
able to hit you out, but
No,
at the end of the day, cause I can't, cause listen, cause all right, this is where shit falls different at. Because if a man ain't leading, you're really not the head of the house at that point. If you're not the head of the house, you're kind of taking a weak standpoint. You feel me?
Well, that's what I mean
Because at
by
the end of the day,
50-50.
like, see, then
but
that's
I
why
agree
you
with you,
feel me.
Des. I agree with what you're saying, but I also I feel like there should be a certain type of vulnerability from both ends in the relationship.
No,
Yes, you are
definitely no.
leading, but that's what I mean when
And
I'm
but as a
saying, like,
real leader, though,
both
you're
should be
supposed
able
to
to
take
be
an ear of
told,
who's
like,
behind you.
oh, babe, I need you to go take out the trash because you feel me. Wow, wow, wow. You're not gonna argue with me for saying that. You're
Now
gonna
that's
just go do
irrelevant though,
that.
because
Say it,
that's
Des.
something a man should do off top. You're a man in your house. That's what you should do off top. Point blank. Especially the
Okay,
way I
but
was
I'm
raised.
giving an example. I'm just giving an
I,
example. I'm just saying something, you feel me, that, like, your girl asks you to do. You
I
should be
feel what
able
you're
to
trying
go
to
do
say
that
though.
just as if you ask her to do some shit.
Right. No, see, all right, say if you put it like this, all right. So say if she like, all right, bet you should invest in this. Matter of fact, put this money in this and this and that and that. All right, bet. Now she making a strategic point and it's logical. It's only right to listen and react. You feel me? Now, if
That's my
you're just
point.
one of them type of hard headed motherfuckers, then you're just gonna do what you want to do. But like that's the whole point of communication right there. But at the leading point, when somebody come in the fucking house in the middle of the fucking night, I gotta be head to going down them steps first. So I'm the leader in this house. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Like, cause at the end of the day,
Yeah,
you're gonna look for me at the
yeah,
strongest
for
points of the
sure.
time that you need. So like, I mean, just like I'm gonna look at you for like the comfort of the times of my weakest points. You feel me? So I should be
But
able to. Like,
here's my
that's where the
thing: when
balance
it
comes
comes
in.
to decision making, do you go through your, like, not go through your girl, but do you sit down and speak to your girl and, like, kind of come to a game plan of how y'all about to maneuver the situation, or do you just take charge and do it by yourself? What is, like, the
It
ideal
depends.
way to do it? Because for me, I feel like if you choose me,
communication,
you
like a
should be
motherfucker.
able to,
Yeah,
like, talk to
communication.
me so
Oh,
that we
it's
can come
definitely
to a common
communication.
ground.
It's communication like
It
a
depends
motherfucker.
on
Like
Mhm.
you,
this way you weigh out the situation at. So, all right, if it's like a greater game and it's not that much of a loss behind it, like I shouldn't have to go over with you. I should be able to be, sensible enough to be able to be like, all right, this is a logical move. Why not make this move? Now, if something go wrong, I should have contingency plans backed up. But now, if it's something like we had our last dollar, and all right, no, I need your advice right now. You feel me? Because I don't want to go out here and you look at me crazy and we ain't both come on an agreement to something. No, so we go and sit down and agree. You feel me? And really come to a standpoint.
So you
But
feel
as
like
far
there's
as like
some
making a move,
decisions. Mhm.
oh, go ahead. Now, what you about to say?
I say you feel like some decisions are like a man should already know off rip what to do. It shouldn't have to be like a conversation, but there are some decisions that should be discussed with your partner and should be like talked through because it has to do with both of y'all. And more of the sense of, like, if it goes wrong, shit will go wrong. I agree with
Right.
you.
It's
I feel
not
like,
just
yes,
all
a
of
man
those
should be a
just
man in
falling on.
specific areas, and yeah.
so do you think that all
Like in a
decisions should be
relationship, you do
discussed or only some?
I feel like when
oh,
it comes to decisions that have to do with something that he has more knowledge about and something that's like, if he talks to me about it, what can I do? What can I contribute into this conversation that is going
right,
to
exactly. Right. So
benefit
why
us?
would I come
If
to you
you
and
feel
say
Thank
like
like,
I
you.
can benefit the
Thank
conversation, bring
you.
that to me. You feel me? But
right,
if I can't
exactly.
benefit the conversation, what am
She
I
gets
doing?
it.
That's
Yeah.
what
She
it's
gets
about,
it.
though. For real,
Yeah.
though. It's the communication. So if you can't make communication in a
Yeah.
relationship, that's automatically a failing relationship off top. Like, you feel
No,
me? But in
100%.
certain situations,
I'm just gonna
you need to
say
be able to
this.
be a think point person and make that move sometimes and understand this is the best move for us. Like, without even having to go over it with her. Like, cause it be times you feel me, I could say like I probably stack some money away. She don't even know about it because I'm doing certain things. Just to get that. you don't really need to know about. Because if you know about it, you'll probably dip into it. Not saying that you're that type of person or anything, but like it's just a fact of like I'm set contingency plans that some shit just don't need to be known about. Everything don't need to be shared in a relationship, but some communication need to be grounded to the point where as though we have an understanding on everything. Like I know that it's
And
like
I
a
trust that you
relationship
can
is
make
like
those
it's a partnership,
decisions without consulting me.
right?
For
But I
sure.
feel like you should be able to get in the other room, work in the other room as I'm working the other room, so we're moving in a unit, but not together. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like we're still on the same page regardless. So it's like
Mhm.
nobody is lost in the situation. Like, but at the same time, you gotta know when to be a think first and get it done type person. Like I ain't
No, one
got
hundred
time to be
percent. Yeah, I agree, 100%.
like. I mean, I just feel like that's the main thing in a relationship. Is like y'all said, communication. Like, because a lot of people don't really know, and that's
I've
what it
always
is.
said
Like, they
that.
don't
Like,
know how
and
to communicate.
that's my thing. Like, I've told my homies this shit. Communication is key. I've told older homies that communication is key. I've told exes. I've told females, like in general, like female friends, communication is key. And they'll hear it, but they won't apply it. So it's like that's my thing. Like you could show some like this is how this generation is though. We're good with technology and we're good at making money, but this is where we fuck up at. We are
Right.
presented with knowledge about how we should go about relationships, how we should go about our lifestyle, aside from technology and
Because
money,
like I told you
everything,
though,
and we
relationships
don't
is not
apply it.
organic. Nothing is they not based on anything other than just one thing: get money or sex. Just straight involved. It's not based on nothing real. That's why like when you focus on yourself, genuine people gravitate to you because they see what you're doing. They
Right.
more inspired than what you're doing. Like so, it's like they're gonna
Yep.
come around you, and then once they get inspired by you, you start seeing them doing certain things. You should be getting inspired by them. But some people will turn that shit into hate because they thinking somebody trying to outdo them. But really, that's supposed to be your motivation right there. Like, okay, oh no, you make me gotta step on the pedal a little harder now. Okay, try to catch up. You feel me?
Mhm.
Like it's to be all love,
Right.
you
Yeah.
feel me? But everybody don't take it that way. Like motherfuckers is not. I don't know why. I see shit at a different view. Maybe because I mean I done been through certain shit. I lost certain people through certain dumb shit. Like I'm outside every day. Like when I was young, so it was like a lot of dumb shit was going on, and I'm realizing, nigga, look, you got to make certain changes and look at certain shit differently. Certain shit, is it worth
Yeah.
it for me to do that? Like, what was the benefits of me doing this or anything like that? Like, so like as you get older, you just start evaluating shit better. And like I say, shit is not based on nothing real nowadays because most people are just straight jumping off of what they see a person doing or what they see a person have, other than
Yeah.
just actually really going into the context of a person. You feel
Heavy
me?
Yeah.
on that, Des. I very much agree with you. That is this generation. We do look at what people have instead of how they are and how they like move and like how they can come to conclusions and make decisions and stuff like that. It's always, do you have money? Do you have a car? Do you have a house? For me, it was never about that. For me, it was always about like, can you raise good kids? Like, because at the end of the day, money gonna come, money gonna go. Like, we can literally be broke together, but am I going to feel safe? Am I going to be able to know that we're going to come back up and have some like stability? Like, that's all a woman needs to know is like, am I gonna be stable or am I gonna keep looking at this man like we're not going nowhere? You know what I mean? That's what a smart
Yeah.
woman thinks of. Like, am I gonna be stable with this man? And that stability looks
But
different in so
sometimes
many
I
ways
feel
than
like,
just money.
but that's where the patience kick in
So
at, because you gotta really evaluate your man at that point. Like you gotta really see what's his goals. Like, all right, like what is your objective in
exactly,
life? Like, what are you really getting done, and what are the steps
Yeah.
you're taking to get it done? Because it's some
Yeah.
shit you
exactly,
gotta set up a
and that's
contingency
what you go
plan for
off.
every fucking thing. Real shit.
Mhm. And
Because
that's
like
the
I
Exactly.
only
mean, a
thing you
person
could go off.
gonna speak
For real.
volume. Their character gonna speak volume.
100%, I agree.
Because if they if
But
they if
I
they
think
constantly showing some of the patterns of doing the same shit, it's obviously no drive to want to change. But if a motherfucker is really
right.
trying, eventually that shit is gonna hit, and when it hit, it's gonna hit hard for them. They're gonna get that, and they're gonna straight shoot out the roof with that motherfucker because it was already set
Yeah.
for them to do that. The shit was set in stone for them to
Yeah.
do that. It was just it took that time for them to realize they had to draw that, get that focus right. Like my first time
Yeah.
touching like 5,000, 8,000, 10,000, or something like that. Like I realized my focus was different. Like, okay, all right, that's when you drive. Like, all right, boy, you on your shit, nigga. Like, go and get to it. Like, you feel me? And then my lady started saying that. That's when she got on her drive. Like, it's like the motivation is like energy. That shit just spreads off. You feel me? Like back to a spiritual type of thing. Like the energy is all around us. You can feel that shit when you walk in a room. Like the negative energy. Like you'll go to a party, you see everybody
Yeah,
separated. Like nobody's dancing. Like it's wow. What the fuck is the negative energy in the room for? Like that. So you got to put yourself in positive areas all the time. Like you got to be around positive people. That's why I say when you focus on yourself, genuine positive people come to you. Like, and sometimes you get them motherfucking leeches because they see that aura coming off you. Like, they see that energy, and them motherfuckers want to drain that energy out you. So you gotta watch them people too, because it's motherfuckers out here like just to like to take your energy because they feel like they can get in a better position. So it's like next thing you know, you find yourself helping a person that ain't putting you nowhere, but you giving more than you getting. So now you getting drained, and you like, what the fuck? Like I'm trying to help you, and I ain't getting nowhere. Now you put me back 10 steps than what the fuck I was like. So you gotta realize that too, though. But once you focusing on yourself, bro, everything falls in fucking line, bro. And I'm just starting to see it, though. Like I'm just
For
starting to see
sure.
it. Like so, yeah, I mean, I'm in my early 30s, mid 30s down there. So it's like, nigga, you almost there, but you gotta put a little more focus on it. So it's like it's gonna come for
yeah,
everybody. Like just put that focus there. Once you put
yeah.
that focus on what you really want to do,
So me, I feel
what?
like I didn't even really have like a party scene type age. I don't know if you did, Zara, or not, but like me, I didn't really have that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I did, but it was like not as long, if that makes sense. So like for most people,
Run
it's
that
what
shit up there,
18
nigga. Go
to
to
20.
Miami, hit them
18.
parties.
It's
See,
like
Turn that
for
it's
shit
me,
up.
I mean, I was promoting my friends' parties like, yeah, around maybe like 18, like maybe like end of 17, beginning of 18,
right. So my
up
thing is
until now.
people for most people it's 18 to 21. That's their party scene right there, right? Especially because that's the college age and all that shit. For me, I joined the military, so I was introduced to like. For one, I was already introduced to alcohol at a young age because I come from a Mexican background. We're fucking alcoholics. That's just how it works. Shingao. Anyway, um, when you join the military, that's all they do. Also, is like when they're chilling, there's like they're getting
Drink,
fucked,
yeah.
they're getting
Y'all don't
drunk. You
really
know what
smoke
I'm saying?
that ganja,
So,
right?
no, we did not.
No,
I'm
I
gonna smoke
know.
a blunt. I rather drink.
No, we did not. We did not partake in those activities.
God
Never.
forbid, I ain't at you. Nah,
I believe
yeah.
it though. I have friends that have been in the military. I was just being fucking silly.
Yeah, we did.
Nah,
We
I feel
wink
that.
wink did not partake in those activities. Anyway, so my thing is, and that like I said, you're introduced to all that shit at a young age. So me, 18, I was 18 and 19. I was in Korea. The drinking age. That's the drinking age there. Like people get fucked up at that age over there in Korea. Like the citizens out there.
18?
Yeah, Korean people that live in Korea drink at 18. Like that's their drinking age. And we well yeah, we did that, but we weren't supposed to because we were still under US law, which is 21. So obviously I still did. I didn't give a fuck. I was like,
No,
if
you
I don't get
technically
caught.
can because if you're an international,
We thought that, yeah, we thought that was the case, but they're like, nah, we're federal law still, fuck you. And we're like, all right. But none of us didn't listen. Like we all still
right?
got fucked up. I got in trouble too. Like I got in trouble one time, but it was whatever. you know Alcohol does crazy shit to you at a young age, and that's the crazy part. So I had that, like I said, 18 to 19. 20 to 21 I still kind of did, and I was like, I'm kind of losing it. And then right now at 22 I'm like, I don't even fucking care to go to that shit. Like it is what it is. I like being social, but I don't really want to get fucked up at a club.
So I like to go to parties because when I don't get fucked up at parties, I get like nice and lit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Only times I've ever gotten like messed up was at like friends' houses or like my house. But like other than that, like when I go to like social parties, I limit my drinking. Like it's all right. If I'm gonna take a shot, ain't no other shot for another like 30 minutes to an hour. Like maybe some mixed drinks in between, but like pace yourself. So
Yeah.
I really go to parties mainly to network and like talk to people, kind of like catch a vibe, like loosen up a little bit from like working all the time. And it's a lot more fun doing it as an adult than like partying as a
Yeah.
teenager, like 18, 19, can't get in nowhere, can't do shit. Like now
Yeah.
as an adult, it's like I don't even go to the club as much as I did when I was a teenager. But like it's nice when I do because it's like okay, it's different scene, different. But I don't really fuck with the club. I feel like it's too loud and like I would rather be at
It's
like
just
a
it's like
pool party or a picnic,
claustrophobic,
cookout vibe.
obnoxious. It's like claustrophobic, obnoxious type fucking shit in a
I'm more
club.
on the
That's what I
cookout
fucking.
vibe. Like let's grill some shit and have some music
I
and
like
just
her.
like
She's invited. She's invited to the carne asada.
oh I love that. I'm down.
Especially because she
Nah,
just said
for real.
cookout. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that'd be
love
Hey, dog, I'd
cookouts.
rather hit a lounge. So I don't really like parties like that. Neither a lounge or a concert before a party. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't really
I
big
heard that
big
we're the
crowds.
like we're the ones that are supposed to throw barbecues and like cookouts now, and we're failing as adults, like for sure. Like we really are.
We definitely feel like there's a lot of my homies don't know how to cook, bro. Like they're scared to cook. You know what
Scared
I'm
to
saying?
cook?
Yeah. Like
Damn.
they're afraid to turn on the motherfucker and start cooking.
How the hell what they ordering every day?
Yeah, I guess so. Like
That shit don't make
fucking
no sense to me. Like, how are you afraid to cook?
Man, I ain't
So
I
ordering
you
don't know.
can
I
even
everything.
think
at
they
least
almost
make
burnt their
yourself
house down.
ramen.
Maybe I don't fucking know. Probably almost burnt their house down. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Here's my
I
thing.
feel like
Like
there's a
this
thing called
generation's also
weaponized.
cool.
I really feel like there's a
Huh?
thing called weaponized incompetence, and people love using that shit. Like,
Well, that's what I was
you're
gonna tell
not
you.
really scared of the stuff.
There's a lot of goofy fucks in this generation too. So I mean, they might be
Touche,
smart with shit, like fucking geniuses with shit, but it might be goofy in life. You know what I'm saying? So
touche, touche.
you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I don't cook often either, but I'm not like afraid to turn on the oven
I
and stuff.
was about to say that's crazy.
Like it's a little
Hold up,
bit
one second,
crazy,
guys.
Nah, for real shit.
man. But yeah, that's our generation, and guess what? It's gonna get worse from there. What you think of that?
I do cook though. I be cooking. I cook like slightly. You feel me?
That's because you don't
Slightly.
come from our generation. You're like, I like to cook, so you come from the one
But
previous, with the one I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So
my God, my God. Hey yo, but shit, yo, I'm gonna have to hop off. Yo, I gotta deal with the badass kids, bro. Shit. But I appreciate
all
y'all.
Yeah,
right,
I'm
I
all
about
right.
to
appreciate
hop
you
off
having me on the
too.
show,
We about
bro.
to have a
Hey,
I ain't even
thunderstorm.
catch play no music
hey,
for y'all, man. But I'm gonna send you a link, bro, man. Next time you jump on, just play something for him, man.
hey, Dez,
Oh,
Dez,
for
Dez.
sure.
There's questions for you,
Good.
bro.
Huh?
Huh? There's questions for you. We're about to end off anyway, but there's like five
Oh,
questions at the end of every podcast episode. You
all
ready?
right, go ahead, hit me with them. Go ahead.
All right,
I'm ready for it.
all right. Here's the first one.
The album dropping. It should be dropping by December, but it depends on how fast I get these tracks finished. Hopefully December, like around before Christmas. Like that's when everybody will be
Anywhere.
home, kind of sort of. They can sit in the house and really listen
Don't get
to
to
it.
see
You feel
that.
me? It'll be cold. But like, if not Christmas, it'll be most likely early July. I mean, early January. My fault.
I got you. All
Yeah.
right. Second. That's good. Huh?
Oh,
I guess it would be me.
I
all right.
guess.
7.
What did it say? What are we doing?
Y'all have,
It say,
yeah.
on your face.
It
It
said
said
number,
number.
ladies. Guess who said it? So one of us gotta
I
say
think
a
it's supposed
number,
to be
and she has
different
to
though.
guess who says it.
7.
Dez.
Album, you told us
Nah, it
that.
was me. I said it.
You said it?
Yeah, I said it. I just
Oh
My
no.
bad, God, you said that.
The fuck? All right, here's the third one. H. Oh, that's
Oh
not.
wow.
That's for another guess. I didn't. Come on. Oh, we already did that
You already
one.
did that.
Okay. Nope, not that one either. Never mind. There's only three because those are for the other guests, but they didn't pop on. So I was like, all right, skip.
Shit is all
But
good.
all
All right,
right, I
guys.
Appreciate
appreciate.
you having me on there,
Yeah,
Brody.
hell
No,
yeah, I
for
appreciate
real.
y'all
Y'all
coming
keep
on.
me up.
Let me know when the next
All
one
right.
is for sure.
That's
Got
what
you.
I was
I'll
gonna
be
say.
on the
Zai,
next
you
one.
down for? You down to be on another one?
Yeah, 100%. Hit me up.
100%. So I just want to ask, like, just out of curiosity, like, what made you enjoy this a lot?
What made me join this live?
Like, what made you enjoy it a lot? Like, where you're like, yeah, I'm down. Because I
Oh,
feel like people are nervous at first, but like, you know what I'm saying?
I was nervous at first.
I feel like most people are like they're
Oh,
nervous as hell.
nah, I was excited because I've always wanted to start my own podcast when I'm like slowly gonna get into that and have the time.
Mhm.
But like I love talking about stuff and like I have a lot to say, so like it's nothing.
No, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I can help out with that. Like, are you trying to do like more like in person type or like more like this?
I mean, this is cool, like especially to get people like from across the states that like it wouldn't have to be but I would like it to be in person and maybe like sometimes have it like you feel me like this if I have guests that are not willing to fly out or something like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
I would 100% want to kind of like explore doing podcasting more and I enjoyed like talking to you guys. It was a fun experience for sure.
I appreciate it. This was a fun episode. I ain't gonna lie, but
Yeah.
my thing is like if you're trying to do something like this, 100%, I got you. I wish I found this when I first started podcasting, but I found this
Mhm.
shit later on, and so I started using it, and I've used it for about a year now.
That's what's
So
up. That's
you know what I'm
mad
saying?
love.
Like,
And
this
like
is
you got a good following, so that's what's up. Like it's
yeah,
real
like
love and blessing for real.
I wanna get into the in person stuff too. So I might get the equipment for that later on, but that's definitely something I have to jump to. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been with
Right.
this for so long, and this has been easy as fuck to do. Not gonna lie. So
That's what's up.
yeah,
For
I can help you out with this shit whenever you need that. I got you for.
real. Bet sounds good.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you coming on.
Me too. I'm about to go because it's about to start to thunder and lightning and
I heard that shit. Yeah, that shit's
yeah.
scary.